Your forecast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Well, a beautiful sunset about to take shape here tonight. I always said that some of the best sunsets will occur when you've got a little bit of cloud cover out there. Give a little bit of kind of depth and texture to the sky, and we're going to see that here in less than an hour. That's our roofing dog at Adams Memorial's weather camera. And you can see some of the high-level cloud cover that's showing up here on our actual satellite picture. And you can see here, again, it's not completely blocking that sun out, but we've had some clouds. Now, temperatures a little bit warmer throughout this afternoon. We had readings in the upper 70s, now down to 72 in Champaign, 73 in Decatur. We'll dip down to the lower 60s later tonight. Not as cool as the low 50s we had this morning. We'll talk about additional rainfall that's in the forecast over the next several days coming up. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA 3 News.
Therefore, today, I'm announcing the House of Representatives moving forward with an official impeachment inquiry.
The Speaker of the House has long resisted calls to initiate impeachment proceedings. Why she changed her mind today.
So I speak to City Council for, every couple weeks, give or take.
And that City Council is trying to cut down on how much time is spent behind the podium. Why some say that's not okay.
FBI agents stormed the State House in Springfield today. Whose office they raided and what evidence they found. Coming up.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 6.
The president must be held accountable. No one is above the law.
Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi announced tonight Congress is launching a formal impeachment inquiry against President Trump. Good evening, I'm Paul Cicchini.
And I'm Jennifer Roscoe. All of this is over a whistleblower complaint that claims the president pressured Ukraine into investigating Joe Biden's family by threatening to withhold aid. The call was made in July. The president admitted to talking about Biden in the context of fighting corruption in the country. But he tweeted tonight Democrats never saw the transcript of the call. He called today's move presidential harassment. Pelosi has long been against launching a formal impeachment inquiry. She says that changed when the head of the agency responsible for overseeing the intelligence community did not turn over the whistleblower complaint to Congress.
The facts are these. The Intelligence Community Inspector General, who was appointed by President Trump, determined that the complaint is both of urgent concern and credible. And its disclosure, he went on to say, relates to one of the most significant and important of the Director of National Intelligence's responsibility to the American people.
Look, it's just a continuation of the witch hunt. It's the worst witch hunt in political history.
The U.S. Senate voted unanimously today for the whistleblower complaint to be given to Congress. FBI agents raided State Senator Martin Sandoval's office in Springfield today.
Yeah, the raid was part of a coordinated FBI effort to collect evidence from Sandoval's offices in the State House, in his district in Cicero, and from his home in Chicago, all at the same time. WCIA 3's Capitol Bureau Chief Mark Maxwell is live in Springfield now. Mark, do we know anything about why they were there?
Paul, there are some early clues, some indications, but still no official charges. Federal prosecutors have brought no charges yet against State Senator Martin Sandoval. But the FBI did confirm this was a criminal investigation. According to reports coming from Chicago, we also know that agents were spotted raiding Sandoval's home in Chicago and his district office in Cicero, hauling out big boxes, carrying out computers in them and other documents, some of them marked as evidence. Also, one of the agents spotted in plain clothes there, reporting by the Chicago Tribune, suggests was a member of the FBI's IRS division, which suggests there could be a financial angle to all this. All of this happened at the same time in those three different locations this morning, showing a coordinated effort, but Senator Sandoval could not be reached for comment. He's a bombastic, powerful state senator who chairs the Senate Transportation Committee and helped to kickstart that doubling of the gas tax in Springfield this year. He's very close to organized labor. He's also Speaker Michael Madigan's state senator. They share the same district territory. Now, we don't hear much from the feds in cases like this. They don't exactly announce they're coming or on their way. But earlier this month, a rare ominous warning from the chief of Chicago's FBI office. He said, quote, "Our corruption program is extremely busy. The city of Chicago should expect more to come." These remarks, again, just about 2 weeks ago. And he said anybody who is getting shaken down by a politician should come in and tell us, because it's unacceptable. And I promise you, we're going to do something about it. Just these weeks later, could that invitation for a tip perhaps have prompted this? We don't yet know, a lot of speculation, but some of this evidence could be forthcoming if they press charges in court. We can confirm tonight that this investigation is entirely unrelated to previous reports from this summer at a campaign fundraiser where Senator Sandoval's attendees, someone there pointing a fake gun at someone wearing a costume of President Trump. These two incidents entirely unrelated. Paul?
Certainly more to come. Mark Maxwell, let us know if you hear anything new. Thank you, Mark. Now, this raid, of course, comes at a time when State Senator Tom Cullerton is already under indictment. The feds are also investigating former State Senator Sam McCann. Secretary of State Securities Division is also investigating Senator Patricia Van Pelt. A man in Decatur was shot while sitting in an apartment last night. It happened near East Condit and North Warren Streets. Police say the bullet went through the wall and hit him in the knee. He was taken to the hospital and is expected to be okay. Officers do not believe he was the intended target. No suspects have been identified yet. Witnesses told officers they saw a man shooting a gun about a block away. This is the 6th reported shooting in the city since Saturday. When people have concerns about what's happening in their community, they may take their problems to city leaders.
But Decatur City Council members recently talked about limiting public comment, and that isn't sitting well with some. WCIA 3's Jamie Mays is with us now. So, Jamie, I'm sure they want to comment about this, and we are giving them a chance.
Right. 2 people who regularly attend those council meetings told me they're against it. They don't want restrictions on how long they can talk about what's happening in their community. John Phillips doesn't just fix cars. He tries to fix his community, too.
So I speak to city council for, every couple of weeks, give or take. Sometimes it's to give them a chance to think about what you've got to say.
But some city council members haven't been happy with how public comment has been going. So they talked about changing the procedure.
I think there were some council members who felt that some of the citizen comments may not have been on topic or may have been personal as opposed to discussing the particular issue at hand.
Right now, public comment is allowed at the beginning of the meeting. People have 3 minutes to talk on any topic they want. The City Council also hears from people after each agenda item has been introduced and discussed. That's when people may go off topic.
It may not be on the agenda tonight. It may be on the agenda 6 weeks from now, but I want to give you some information and have you time to check it.
At a recent meeting, City Council talked about limiting public comment to the beginning of the meeting, or limiting or eliminating public comment after each agenda item is discussed, but before being voted on. That's not a change everyone wants to see happen.
It really wouldn't allow the City Council to hear the public's views, to reflect on what the citizens are saying, and then to act accordingly.
But taking away time for them to be heard, when the city populace already feels like they're not getting heard, that doesn't make any sense at all.
No action was taken at this meeting on public comments. In order for the procedure to change, it would first have to be voted on. Back to you.
All right, Jamie, thank you.
The dangers of vaping have been making headlines for months. One department wants to hear from people who use e-cigarettes.
And also tonight.
These are announcements for Tuesday, September 24th, 2019.
You might start your morning with WCIA 3, but some middle schoolers start theirs with a different show. And as journalists, we could not get enough of this story.
And a beautiful evening out across central Illinois tonight. And a beautiful shot on Roofing Dog Eye at Adams Memorial's weather camera. 79 and 51. Yeah, 51's where we started out. But here's what's kind of wild. The average is 49, so we were still above normal despite the cool start to the morning. Got a little rain in the forecast. That could come as early as tomorrow morning. We'll talk about things warming back up and how the weekend looks a little bit more on the wetter side of things coming up.